Hello students, so through this session we are starting our revision, and in revision we are going with the poem first. That is the first poem, The Ant and the Cricket. If revision is going on, I expect that I don't have any need to go with the explanation again, but yes, still if any query will be there, so you can ask during the live lecture. Talking about the revision, I will tell you the extra questions regarding the poem, and whenever we'll go with the chapters and whenever we'll go with the other literature work, that time also we'll work on the extra questions or the long questions only. So this is the poem The Ant and the Cricket, talking about the rhyming words, rhyming scheme that I have already told you many a time. So with that I think you must be clear, and if not, so that you have to work out. Apart from that, the central idea of the poem, definitely we'll discuss it here also in this video, but you will write that idea with the help of the textual questions. Also I had sent you the solutions with the help of that, and whatever you understood through that poem, you will just write that. Talking about the extra questions, so whatever question I'm telling you right here, you can just note down those all question answers into your notebook, and likewise you will go. So the ant and the cricket, you know, it's a fable. It has taken from Aesop fables, and you know what is a fable actually, with the animal characters and conveys a moral. So this poem is about an ant and a cricket, contains an idea of far-reaching significance, and somewhere they are giving a lesson that how hard work pays to us later on, not at that moment only, but yes, hard work actually never goes in vain, so we should do. And apart from that, they are saying a four-legged cricket is not as much capable as a two-legged one. So that is also a moral, that our actually works, they just convey our attitude, our character. So this poem is all about that. So I'm directly starting with the extra questions here. So the very first question, extra question, will come from that what was the young cricket accustomed to do? Accustomed means habitual, that I had told you. What was the young cricket accustomed to do? So the young cricket accustomed to sing all day long and enjoyed his good times. So this will remain the answer. I will not send any extra material along with this video. Whatever I am saying, you will just listen that, you will watch the video properly. Either you have to revise that again and again, and then you will note down all the answers and questions. I'm repeating the question answer again, sorry. The young cricket accustomed to sing all day long and enjoyed his good time. Second question will be there. When was the cricket happier? Actually this all is going on paragraph wise, stanza wise. So these questions related to the first stanza only. When was the cricket happier? The cricket was happier through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. He used to be happy all the time, but when was the cricket happier? So somewhere more happier than that. So cricket was happier through the warm sunny months of summer and spring. So this was your second question. Third question will come, why did the complain? Why did he complain actually? So he complained because he found his cupboard empty during the winter season. So why did he complain? Because he found his cupboard empty during the winter season. There was no food in that cupboard. So you will note down all these questions. Now we are moving further. Now some words are given here in your book only, and these words are somewhere you can go like that, only some opposite words you will have to write like that. So this also comes whenever that stanza will come to you in your exam, and you know that not possibly but pretty sure that this time it will be 85 marks question paper. So definitely these all things will be there, extra questions will be there, we'll have to do that. Apart from that, stanza wise comprehension will come, although you have done that in previous classes also, but this time it will be somewhere different. So yes, we'll go with everything. So here you will have to give the opposite of two words. As I can see here, a word is there empty, and you know the opposite of empty will be full, and another word we can choose from here, that is warm, and yes, opposite of that was warm. So these are the kind of revision going on, revision in a way so that you should know that how, if any extra questions will come, so you'll have to attempt that also. Apart from that, next question will be there. What made the cricket bold? What made the cricket bold? Bold here means that he is directly going to the ant and asking something to eat. So he's somewhere showing his bold behavior. So what made the cricket bold? Starvation and famine. Famine, you know, dot, when there is scarcity of food, and starvation when someone is dying of hunger, that is called starvation. So that these two words definitely you will use. Starvation and famine made the cricket bold, that he is not having any hesitation in asking someone for the food. Next is there, why cricket go to the ant? Now that is also clear. The cricket went to the ant for shelter and grains to eat, because he knew that the ant are there, those who used to make their homes during the summer, and they used to work harder that time, and they used to collect food even for the winter. So he was pretty sure that food will be available with the ant. So he went to the ant and he is asking the ant for shelter and some food. Now next question we can say, what did the ant tell the cricket? Did the ant help the cricket, give something to the cricket or not? So you know that. And if still you people are not clear at all with this, so you can go with the previous video, you can go with the that explanation of that, and then you can continue with this. So what did the ant tell the cricket? The ant told the cricket that they neither borrow from somebody and nor lend to anyone. They neither borrow nor lend, means they don't actually give anything to anyone, and they don't take anything from anyone. So this was the message of the ant to the cricket. Next question, what did the ant ask the cricket? What did the ant ask the cricket? So whatever first question, previous question was, that it was all about what was the ant reply. So you must be clear with that, that the ant reply, we ant never borrow and we don't actually lend anything. So here see the question, what did the ant ask the cricket? There was a conversation going on, and these you can see in the last two paragraphs between the cricket and the ant. So what did she ask actually? The ant asked the cricket that what he was doing in summer times. That ant is directly asking the cricket that when I was working for the winter season, when I was collecting the food for this season, then what were you doing that time during the summer time? What were you doing during the summer time? So this was the question which the ant asked from the cricket. Next is there, it will be a bit longer, so just try to understand, and you can use your own language whenever you will write down that in your notebook. So next is there, the cricket says, oh, what will become of me? Means now how will I survive? Oh, what will become of me? When does he say it and why? So you must be clear with that. Although he was with the nature of a very jolly nature and happy-go-lucky nature, he was not actually that much careful about his future even. But at last, when there is starvation and famine is there, winter is there, and winter is also symbolizing something here. Winter is symbolizing the bad time of life. So we have to be ready for that also. So here that cricket, he is also experiencing the bad time of his life, when he is not having any food and no shelter, and that winter is there, he could die there outside. So he had to, if he wanted to survive, so definitely he need food also and shelter also. So the cricket says, oh, what will become of me? So how will you write that? The cricket said the given line when it found that its cupboard was empty and winter had arrived. Okay, so this was the answer, that when did he say that. But why did he say that? Because he did not do any work during the spring and winter season. He did not collect, he did not prepare for the winter, and that's why when he was in such a condition of starving and famine, so he said so. That's it. So you can make this question a bit longer, 3-4 lines, so that is up to you how will you convert that. Apart from that, apart from these extra questions, some questions also comes like that, that find in the poem the lines which meaning will be given to you, and you will have to just find out the lines from the poem which is having the same meaning. And when it will be possible, when you will go through with the poem, you should clear with the idea of the poem. And yes, whatever hard words are coming during the reading, so you should be clear with those meaning only. So I'm just giving you 1 or 2 examples only here. Like first is there, neither a borrower nor a lender be. Although this is a line of a Shakespeare, you can say in a drama only Shakespeare used that line, but actually it was taken from this poem, The Ant and the Cricket. So neither a borrower not a lender be. So here Shakespeare is talking about, you know, that ant, not about the bee only. And yes, where this line is there, that you know, and this is clearly given here in the second last paragraph. So you can just take from that. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. So whenever you will write that, it must be exactly as it is given in the poem. Wherever inverted commas will be there, you will use that, full stop, and in whatever way direct speech you will write like that only. Next is there, what is your opinion of art's principle? Although this question is also in your textual questions, but yes, you can give your own views according to the stanza. If stanza is given there and this question is asked, so your answer must be somewhere related to the stanza also. So students, this was all about the revision. In a way, I just discussed with you the extra questions so that the concepts of the poem must be more clear to you. And textual questions we had already done. You can go with the central idea also, that will remain your further homework. So this was all about The Ant and the Cricket. Thank you.